Once upon a time, in the bustling market of Kufa, a young boy named Samir was playing with his friends. They were all laughing and chatting, but Samir noticed that some of the words his friends used were unfamiliar to him. Feeling curious, he listened closely, trying to decipher their meanings. That evening, Samir returned home and found his grandfather reading under a large date palm tree. He approached him and eagerly asked, "Grandfather, today I heard some words in the market that I do not understand. Can you explain them to me?" His grandfather smiled warmly and replied, "Of course, my dear Samir. The Arabic language is rich and beautiful, full of history and meaning. Let me tell you a story that might help you understand its importance." Samir sat down with wide eyes as his grandfather began. Many years ago, there was a great caliph named Umar ibn al-Khattab. He was very dedicated to learning the Quran and mastering the Arabic language. He believed that understanding our language was crucial to comprehending our faith and heritage. Intrigued by the tale, Samir listened intently as his grandfather continued. The next day, Samir visited his grandfather's library. He was amazed by the shelves filled with books about Arabic grammar and poetry. These books contain knowledge passed down through generations, his grandfather explained. They can help you understand the words you heard. Inspired, Samir began studying Arabic grammar and memorizing poetic verses. He found joy in the rhythm and beauty of the language. Soon after, Samir traveled with his family to Basra. There, he noticed that the people spoke with different accents and vocabulary compared to those in Kufa. Fascinated by the variety, he approached a group of local children and started a conversation. "Hello, I'm Samir from Kufa. Can you teach me some of your words?" The children happily shared their unique dialect, and Samir felt his appreciation for the Arabic language deepen. During his stay in Basra, Samir attended a lesson at the local mosque. The imam recited verses from the Quran, and Samir listened in awe. The words were more than sounds. They were a melody. Inspired by this experience, Samir participated in a Quran memorization contest at the mosque and won first place. Bursting with pride, he decided to channel his love for the language into poetry. He wrote a heartfelt poem about the significance of Arabic and shared it with his grandfather. "This is wonderful, Samir," his grandfather praised. "The Arabic language is like a vast ocean, and you are exploring its depths." Together, they delved into the meanings of Quranic verses and prophetic traditions. Samir's understanding grew, and so did his passion. Back in Kufa, Samir and his friends decided to start a reading and writing club. They met regularly to share stories, study grammar, and compose poetry. One day, they visited an Islamic museum in Basra. Samir was spellbound by the rich Arabic and Islamic heritage on display. Inspired by the artifacts and manuscripts, he wrote a letter to his friend in Kufa. He carefully used everything he had learned, pouring his thoughts and newfound knowledge into his words. When Samir returned home to Kufa, he excitedly shared his experiences with his friends. They were amazed by his stories and eager to learn from him. As time passed, Samir became a young teacher, sharing his love for the Arabic language with the children in his village. He inspired them to appreciate their linguistic heritage, and soon, the whole village cherished the beauty of Arabic. Samir's journey with the Arabic language had come full circle.